Hey guys, I know I've been in my MIA for about a week. There has been a lot of things going on, and they've not been good. My son was in a fight. I haven't been told everything. He's dating a girl that's much younger than him, and well, I don't approve of this. I don't approve of it. But, you know, what do moms know, right? My son and I had a very, very, very close relationship. And since he's been dating this young girl, not so much. I might hear from him every once in a while. And just pretty much only when he needs some help. And that was when he was on his trip in Puerto Rico that he paid his young girlfriend's way to that too. Anyway, he got in this fight and he hit the ground, or he almost hit the ground. As he was trying to get himself back up, he got a kick to the face, which broke his jaw in 2 places and his left cheekbone. I finally got him up here on Friday, and well, I got him up here late Thursday night, and I had him an appointment to see a doctor. And we went, and then I got the phone call from the other doctor specialist that I was supposed to be getting him in to see. They told me the type of fracture he had, he could not do it, and for me to take him to University Hospital. I took him to University Hospital, and the surgeon came in and said they could do it 2 ways. He had to be inpatient for it to be done. My son, who is 21, did not like it. He did not want to be inpatient. He was just extremely mad. He was hurting. He has this 21 little, she's not 21. She's far from 21. She, well, we'll do whatever you want. We can leave. But Mom is not being a friend, because Mom is not a friend. Mom is your mom. Mom is the voice of reasoning. And I kept saying, we need to stay. You need to get this done. They will get you in between surgeries. And I get a call. I get a text message back from my son. I leave because, he doesn't want me there. He's mad at me. But he is impatient. I go back home. I get his belongings. I take him up to the hospital. And then I leave because he doesn't want me there. He's done mad at me. And he's mad at me because Mom's being a mom. The girlfriend wants to leave and wants to come back the next day. She wants to go back to Illinois and come back. He says, you can have your mom come get you. But she's like, oh, well, he really just wanted you to leave. I just want to leave because I didn't want to be with you. Well, what the fuck ever, okay? At this point, I don't give a rat's ass what you want. This is about my son. It's not about you. So, you're just being a typical teenager. So, shut the fuck up because I don't care. And so, of course, whenever they called me to let me know that my son had been taken down for surgery, I immediately got up. My husband and I we just threw clothes on, and I took my son's car because, well, my big truck is really hard to maneuver in a parking garage, and it's really, really hard to find a parking spot. Let's face it, they did not make parking garages for trucks. So I took my son's Ford Taurus. And she started shit in the waiting area for my son. She does not understand that she's not married to him. She is not his fiancée. She's nothing more than a girlfriend. Mom is the mom. Mom's next of kin. Anything happens, Mom's making that decision, and she can't understand it. So she gets all puffy and walks around the corner. So I go over there trying to explain to him, well, I'm not talking to her. So, well, too bad, you're going to listen. That's Mom. And she didn't like it. She huffed around. Then make me talk to her mammy, other people's mama, grandma, who started to run her mouth, and I shut her up real quickly, and they hung up the phone. She said, well, don't worry, they're on their way up here. Okay, and you're coming from a little town like Mayberry into Louisville. Bring your big girl panties, okay? Because if you can't intimidate me on a phone, do you think you're going to intimidate me in person? Yeah, I don't think so. So they come into town, they don't like anything I have to say. They try saying something different, and I'm like, look, you say you work in a nursing home? You're pretty stupid if you work in a nursing home because you don't know anything. I worked at that same nursing home when I was pregnant with my son, and we, all this was pretty smart. What happened to you? So she gets my son home into Illinois, and my son and I are talking, and my son doesn't know about the bullshit that she started about me having to talk to her mammy and the real reason why they came from Illinois to Kentucky when he's being discharged that day. And I tell him. Then she makes him choose between me and her. And then she calls, and all I can hear is my son because his mouth is wired shut. Yeah. I will be continuing this in a little bit because right now I'm trying to beat the rain. So, anyway, to be continued. I'm back, and I am going to try to zoom in on the American flag here at Walmart. I went back inside and informed them that the flag was hanging on the building. So I've done some grocery shopping, some things we needed, and I picked up stakes for my tomato plants and picked up a few more petunias to add in the other one that I had to repot soil and get new plants for, and got a hummingbird feeder. Just did some things. Therapeutic. That is therapeutic for me because I really like having flowers and tomatoes and things of that nature in the summer, and right now I need some things to get my mind off of what's going on right now. I've been lucky. While I was at Home Depot, I got front row parking. I got front row parking right here at Walmart, and I backed the car in, so I will have no problem getting out. So now I'm heading home. It's 8 o'clock, and I made my husband tacos. I'm not hungry. I'm just gonna go home, put these up, and put my petunias in where they belong, and my steaks and my tomatoes, and just keep moving on. That's all I can do, right? Okay, so to continue what I was talking about earlier. So, yes, it has been a very emotional last couple of days for me. My son is the type of child who when he was suspended from high school and I was in the hospital, he chose to come and spend that week in the hospital with me. That is the relationship I had with my son. Now he has a little girlfriend who wants to play house. She is very spoiled rotten. She has not finished high school. She does not know anything about the real world. Her family swears up and down that they pay my son's bills, which, you know what, I know that's a lie. But, you know, you can't make matters worse by calling the mother and telling me, take it easy on your daughter. Well, you know what, if you want to play like an adult, and I am so sorry, my hair is just, it's been raining and my hair is, I'm not even, if you want to play adult, then act like an adult. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. But don't make my son choose between you and his mother. Because, you know, I would never put my husband through that. You know, this little girl has lied to me, I don't know how many times in one day. And, you know, she used the excuse she didn't finish high school. She quit in 8th grade because she missed 70 days worth of school. Well, let me tell you something, okay? It is not a secret that I don't get along with one of my stepchildren. But I can tell you this. My stepdaughter has been sick with spina bifida from birth. She has been in and out of the hospitals. She's been in and out of the hospital since she was in grade school. She's been in and out of the hospital since she was in junior high. And she's been in and out of the hospital since she's been in high school. And she missed, oh, I remember one time, what was it, 3 months, 4 months? And she worked her ass off to get caught up. And she passed every grade. And she graduated. Now, she took an extra year, but it was more like a skills sort of a class for a year, and she has done nothing but excelled. And you know, it really, really pissed me off because, you know, last night going to try to hold myself together. But last night, you know, or maybe it was the night before last, because this happened on Saturday night. The more I thought about it, and the more I kept on thinking about my little stepdaughter, who has done far more and who has had so many complications in what she has achieved, you know, yeah, it kind of, you know, made me realize what she has achieved. But it also makes me more pissed off at what this little girl's trying to pull the wool over my son's eyes. My son loves with all his heart, but he is a mama's boy. And if this girl thinks that she is going to completely make him cut off all ties with me, she better think again, because my son's hurting right now because she made him choose. And I'm hurting. You know, I was engaged back in 2003, 2004. I was engaged. And when he told me that he was going to get it to where I lost custody of my kids, I broke it off right then, because my kids are more important to me than any man. And then I was dating a officer in the military, and he wanted me to move to Colorado with him. And I was like, okay, well, my kids are coming with me. And he says they can come visit, and I said no, they will be coming with me. And that ended that. I have given up relationships because they didn't want to take the full package. I would never, ever ask my husband to choose me or his kids. What happens between him and his kids is between him and his kids. If in some way it affects me, we discuss it. But his relationship between his kids and him is that between him and his kids. I could never do that to him. So Ashley, I know you're always looking at my videos, and you gained a little respect from me. Just want you to know that. But then after I get this phone call, her freaking mom calls telling me to take it easy on her. Excuse me? Your daughter wants to play house with my son, and you're telling me to take it easy on her? No. Maybe you should be responsible, and maybe you should have punished her in the past instead of letting her run the roads and tell you what it's gonna be like. Maybe you should have morals and standards. My kids have both graduated high school, have their diploma. Kylie went to school, college. Jordan started, and this woman's like, well, do you know this? I'm like, excuse me, I know about my kids. And they tried to intimidate me on the phone, and then they decided to come up, but my son does not know the truth about why they came up, or that they even talked to me on the phone trying to intimidate me. It's just, I'm a mom. I'm a mom who can't talk to her baby boy. He got mad at me Friday because, well, sometimes they don't want to hear what you have to tell them, and you have to put your foot down. The surgeon that he was going to go see no longer does the jaw surgery, so I had to take him to U of L. I took him early in the morning, got right in, and there was 2 different kind of surgeries, and he chose to have his jaw wired shut, and he had to stay in the hospital. Well, the girlfriend, she's gonna tell him everything he wants to hear. Mom is going to be mom. No, Jordan, you have to stay inpatient. You can't go home. They want to be able to get you as soon as they have an opening. And, I'm being mom. I'm not telling him what he wants to hear. I'm telling him what he doesn't want to hear, and he's getting pissed off at me, and that's fine. I'm doing my job. So after surgery, you know, he's like, takes my hand, and he kisses it, and he said, "Mom, I love you, and I'm sorry about yesterday." I wasn't mad at him. I did my job. And he looked at me and messed up my hair a little bit. He said, "I'm glad you gained weight. You look better." And the whole time his little girlfriend's standing over there, can't stand it. Can't stand it. And nothing that happened that day was ever going to be brought out. But they said, "Well, we're going to take him up to his room. You can go on up to his room." And we went on up. And so she stays, and I'm telling my husband, I guarantee you, she's going to tell him everything. He's not even going to be able to get to recover because she's going to run her mouth. We get up there. He gets his laptop. He does Google Translate. He says, "Well, we all need to get this out in the open right now." She says, "Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't." So I didn't even bring up the whole thing about her mammy and her mom and all that. And he's like, "Well, you know, if you respect my mom, she'll give you respect." The bitch doesn't want she does not want anybody else in his life. She is so threatened by me. My son and I have a really good relationship. He has always been a mama's boy. He is always worried about me. And she cannot stand that, so she has to put a wedge between me and my son. And she has. But I'm finding out that my son is hurting. And it's all because of her. So I guess I'll just have to I guess I will just have to let it ride. And he'll contact. I'm sorry, everybody. My heart's breaking. It's breaking into something horrible. It's almost just like having a death of a child. I can't talk to him, I can't call him, I can't message. So, I could use some support right here. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.